Hi guys, in this tutorial I would like to show you how to use our employee summary. So from the previous tutorial, there will be a buttons that you can actually click on and it will redirect you to this page. Or you can go to attendance, click on employee summary. For this summary, you can choose the date from 1st to 31st, or you can even choose from 26th to 25th. It depends on when is your cut-off time. Once it's loaded, you will see the in and out in employee summary. Okay, so what we will show is the in time, the out time, the in time. So there will be the first break, and then they go out again, they come back to work, and they finish work, and there will be a second break. So for this shift, for example, for this shift, we start our OT at 8 o'clock at night. Okay, anything behind here, it will be fully automated calculations. So what we will show is total hours. We will show you the work hours. All right, the work hours, we will take the total hours to minus off your break durations or your breakdowns. And we will also show you how long does this employee actually take their break for both breaks. Okay, so if there's a late in, we will show it here. Okay, so for example that the shift start at 10 o'clock and I come at 10:05, it will show a 5 minutes from here. So that will consider as late break, late in, sorry. So this will be the late break. For example, that we only allowed the employees to take 1 hour break. And this employee actually takes 1 hour and 52 minutes break. So in our system, we will calculate 52 minutes late for you. And also, for example, that this shift finish at 10:30, but this employee actually clocks out at 10 o'clock, we will show you 30 minutes early out. By end of the month, we will we will sum up all the late in, late breaks, and also early out, and it will come out to a total of 7 hours from the lateness time. So this will goes to deductions. So for OT, we have three types of OT. We have normal OT, we have OT for public holiday, and OT for rest day. So the normal OT it will be auto calculated as well. So for example, it depends on what time is the OT start time. So for example, that the OT start time is at 8 o'clock, and I will be entitled 2 hours from 8 to 10. Okay. So if let's say on the 31st is a public holiday, if I work for I work on that day for that shift, and I entitled 3 hours OT hours, then it will go to OT public holiday automatically. For rest day, it depends on what are the rest day for on your company. So if let's say in the setting you set it on Sunday and this person actually comes to work on Sunday and he's entitled OT, it will go to OT on rest day. We also calculate the days behind here. So it will be 1 day or 0.5 day. For this trip A and trip B, let's assume that for the truck drivers, they will entitle some allowances. Okay, so from here you can just put in like okay 1, and then trip B 1. By end of the month, we will just assume that trip A we will give them a 50 ringgit allowance and trip B 30 ringgit allowance. So what you will need to do is you will take this data here 15 and 10, 15, you multiply by 50 ringgit. Then you multiply by 30 ringgit. That will be allowance. Okay. So in our system, we can always put in the late reason. If there's a late happening, and then we can put in the late reason, or we can put in the remark. Just hit on the add button. There's remark. Click on save. Okay. So any remarks that you want to put you used to write on the paper, you can always put it in here so that whenever you export the report out or you print out the report, you can always refer back to the remarks over here. Okay. In order to edit, for example, that I forget to clock out or I forget to clock in or I clock in at the wrong time, what you can do here is you click on the edit button. All right. You can delete them. You can edit them. Okay, or you can even add the clockings. So what you need to do is, let's say they forget about the clock out at 10 o'clock. Okay, you just click on add, choose whether you want to insert the in or out and the time. Okay, system will automatically arrange the time according to the time format. Okay, so when you refresh, okay, it will change. Okay, so for the second button here, the setting button here, if you click inside, you will see, you will be able to change the shift from here. Okay, so the first place that you can change the shift is from the shift assignment page. The second place is when you browse through the individual employee summary, you can change the shift from here. Okay, for example, from full to annual leave, from full to unpaid leave. Okay, let's say that you want to reject or you want to approve the late break. Okay, you can do it from here. You can reject or you can approve the overtime from here as well. Okay, if you can see the replacement leave date here and replacement for public holiday, for example, that on the 1st of July is my off day and the company actually asked me to come back to work on that day. So the company will replace a replacement leave for me. Okay, what you will need to do is you just click on the date that you want to replay. They work on. Select the date. Select any date. Okay, that they want to replace, and then click on update. Once you've done that, on the date that you actually selected, it will show RL, and on the remark, we will show it replacement leave from which date. Okay, in order to edit or delete, you will need to go back to that day. Okay, you will need to go back to the date that they replaced from and click on remove, or you just change the date. Okay, for some company, for example, that 1st of July is a public holiday, but that day is my off day. The company wants to replace 2nd of July as a public holiday. What you will need to do is you just click on the setting button, click on replacement for public holiday. Then the system will actually calculate 2nd of July is a public holiday for this employee. Okay, so if you can see the next thing, if you can see there's a OTM here, means that it is a OT manual. For example, that you want to add OTs for this employee. Okay, you can add it in here. Okay, or you want to minus the OT. you can hit on OT, minus OT and click on update. Okay, so if you can see here is there's a minus 1 hour OT. Okay, this is because I put 1 hour and I click on minus OT.